Long ago, the people of Israel were living as slaves in the land of Egypt. They worked very hard building cities and carrying heavy stones for the powerful king known as Pharaoh. Their lives were filled with suffering, and they cried out to God for help. God heard their prayers and chose a man named Moses to lead them to freedom. Moses was not alone. His brother Aaron helped him deliver God's message. Together, Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, "The Lord says, 'Let my people go so they may worship him.'" But Pharaoh was stubborn and proud. He refused to listen. Because Pharaoh would not obey, God sent powerful signs over Egypt, terrible events known as the 10 plagues. Water turned to blood. Moses stretched out his staff over the great Nile River, and suddenly the water turned into blood. Fish died. The river smelled terrible, and the Egyptians could not drink the water, but Pharaoh's heart remained hard. Frogs everywhere. Next, frogs came up from the river. They filled houses, kitchens, and bedrooms. Frogs were everywhere, in ovens, in beds, and even in the palace. Pharaoh asked Moses to pray for the frogs to leave, but once they were gone, Pharaoh changed his mind again. Clouds of gnats, then dust from the ground turned into tiny gnats. They swarmed all over people and animals. Everyone in Egypt was miserable. Still, Pharaoh refused to listen. Swarms of flies. Next came huge swarms of flies. They filled the air and covered homes across Egypt, but in the land where the Israelites lived, there were no flies at all. God was showing that he was protecting his people. Pharaoh again promised to let the Israelites go, but he broke his promise. Sick animals. Soon, a terrible disease spread among the animals of Egypt. Horses, camels, cattle, and sheep died across the land. Yet the animals belonging to the Israelites remained healthy. Still, Pharaoh would not change his mind. Painful boils. Next, painful boils broke out on the skin of the Egyptians and their animals. Even the magicians in Pharaoh's court could not stand because of the pain. But Pharaoh's heart was still stubborn. Thunder, fire, and hail. Then Moses warned that a terrible storm was coming. Soon thunder roared, lightning flashed, and heavy hail fell from the sky. Crops were destroyed, trees were broken, and fields were ruined. Pharaoh admitted he had done wrong and asked Moses to stop the storm. But once the storm ended, Pharaoh again refused to let the people go. The locusts and ate every plant and crop that had survived the hailstorm. Nothing green was left in Egypt. Pharaoh begged Moses to remove the locusts, but after they left, Pharaoh once again hardened his heart. Darkness over Egypt. Then a deep darkness covered Egypt for 3 days. It was so dark that people could not see each other or leave their homes. But the Israelites still had light where they lived. Even after this, Pharaoh refused to obey God. The final plague. Finally came the most serious warning of all. God said that during the night, the firstborn son in every Egyptian household would die. That the Israelites were told to mark their doors with lamb's blood so that the destroyer would pass over their homes. That night, sorrow filled Egypt. From the palace of Pharaoh to the smallest house, families mourned. At last, Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron. "Go," he said. "Take your people and leave Egypt." After many years of slavery, the Israelites were finally free. God had shown his power and kept his promise to rescue his people. Soon, Moses would lead the Israelites out of Egypt toward a new future, a journey that would change history forever. Lesson of the story: God hears the cries of his people and has the power to deliver them, even when the situation seems impossible.